Some additional objectives is to make the speech humorous, proper eye contact, and make use of space. So without further ado, Anoop.
Thank you, Kevin. I'm not going to use the mic. Do you guys know what is the favorite pastime of Indian parents? Any idea? Yeah, please, Monata.
Trying to get their kids to get married?
Yeah.
Fixing them up?
Yes. Their favorite pastime is to get their kids married. And it doesn't stop there. They want grandchildren. My fellow Toastmasters and guest members today, I'm going through such dilemma. This is what happened on weekend. My mother calls and we were just chit-chatting. We had normal discussion about food, life, health, and suddenly she recalls, my handsome and very charming son is going to turn 30 soon. You know, in India, if you turn 30, it means you just don't age. It means you become unmarriageable. So she's asked me to send my biodata to her. And I'm like, what is that? And there it begins. She explains me the first step in finding a bride for me. She tells me, before applying to the beautiful horoscopes of the girl to be bride, you have to prepare your wedding resume. It must enlist your height, weight, your skin color, a dashing photo, and the most important factor, a 6-figure salary. Even if you don't have a 6-figure salary, you can manage some zeros because everything on your resume is not always true. I'm like, wow, what is that? I'm happy, I'm just 28 years young. I don't need to hurry. But she still continues. You know, women are very clever. They know how to manipulate their kids. So she knows what I do on my weekends, how many friends do I have, what is my daily routine. So she throws me a simple question, so what did you do on your weekend? I said, it was a sunny day, I woke up late, I had a brunch and I watched movies and I was home all the time. And she asked me, she says, aren't you staying in the state of mountains? I said, yes. Aren't you supposed to be going out, enjoying the sun, hiking, going to movies, going to dinner? I said, yes, but my friends are busy. She said, see, if you get married, you don't have to have friends. You can just, you can take your wife anywhere. She can go hike with you, she can go to the movies, she can go to the dinner. And I said, it doesn't happen this way in USA. You go to the pubs, you go to the bar, you talk with girls, you take them on dates, and see how things flow. The moment I said bars and pubs, she screams and she says that, you want to bring my future daughter-in-law from a place where they serve alcohol? It was a backlash. I was like, what is this? As if the girl I'm going to marry is going to be the future second queen of the Shahara Empire. Please note, I'm mentioning second queen because women in India will never let go of their powers. After a moment, she continues. She says, she'll cook food for you. I said, I cook good food. She says, every day. And that's the moment I got paused. I thought for a while, and I'm like, oh my God. Every day, Indian food. Food is the most important part of my life. So I said, let's consider it. She explains me the second step. She tells me to take good photos of you and put it on Instagram, Facebook, and even LinkedIn. Because the fathers of the daughter, they are going to be the detectives. They will be looking out for every move you make. The third step, you have to lose weight, you have to be good looking, smart, sexy. And you have to maintain the figures. Not this figure, but the figures in your salary. The higher the salary, the higher the number of proposals. It means you became the best candidate in the wedding market. Then starts your marketing. And you know who are the marketing people? Any guesses?
Mom, parents.
No. Your whole clan of relatives. You know, it's your parents' hobby to get you married. but the relatives get the utmost pleasure in screwing your singlehood. Where no matter wherever you are, they'll always find you and they'll always call you and ask you the same question. When are you getting married? And this question is very difficult and it scares a lot of youths in India because answering this is the hardest thing than any examination. Because if you say yes, the second moment they will have a line of girls asking you to meet. And if you say no, and then they come with the second question. Are you know what I mean? The moment they start marketing, they'll call out all their contacts and try to set up meetings. You have to meet a girl, you talk with them and see what are your likings or not. And it's not like one meeting, one girl. An average Indian meets at least 15 to 30 girls before he gets married. And the number varies from 1 to 100 in some cases. If you are lucky, you'll find your bride at the 100th place. This is God's way of telling, run away. But if God wants to kick you in the first place, you'll marry the first girl you meet. You also have to be ready to answer the questions that the father asks. He'll ask you simple questions like, do you drink? Do you smoke? How much do you make? How many girlfriends did you have? If yes, how many? And if not, why not? If you pass through all these phases and you like the girl, then the girl should like you. If both of you like each other, then starts the second step. You should like her family, she should like your family, and both the families should like each other. It's a lot of liking there. And everything, you pass out all these exams, then starts the thing to get you married actually. And there are a lot of things involved. First, before you get married, you have to fix your wedding dates. And wedding dates are fixed based on the astronomy. It's not, you just choose a date on weekends. It's based on how the positions of the stars. So it is very critical to get wedding dates. Then book the plaza, engagement, pre-wedding photo shoots, a lot of things. There are the average wedding lasts for 4 days, but if you are rich, it can last about 7 days. It includes haldi, wedding day, reception, many other things, and lots of food, of course. Do you know how much an Indian wedding costs on an average? An Indian wedding, how much does it cost? Yeah.
30,000.
Approximately. An average Indian spends around $30,000 to $65,000 on weddings. It's a lot of business. And that's where I got burnt. I said, I don't want to spend that kind of money on my wedding. But she still continues, and after a lot of yes and no's, I finally gave in. So don't get surprised if you see me next time with a girl and I call her my wife, because my parents are on the lookout. Before ending my speech, I would like to mention a few things. Love marriages do happen in India. Nobody forces you to marry anonymous guys. So there are so many meetings, so many things involved in that. And before, I would like to show a video how that will give you a glimpse of how Indian weddings look like.
Do you need me?
Yeah. How many minutes do we have?
30.
Okay, I'm just gonna fast forward this song. All these things happen in Indian weddings. a video of Sangeet, so it's day before you get married. So bride is painted with turmeric powder, so they put it on, that has healing properties and medicinal properties, also glows your skin. Okay, we can stop. Thank you.
Great job. They pressure you to get married so they can have fun for 7 days on your dime. That's what I saw. Take the next minute, file your evaluations for Anup. I would appreciate it.